Today we're diving into the emotional world of Stephanie Valentine's novel, First Love Language. It's a really powerful story about trying to piece together a past you never even knew, all so you can build a future that's actually truly yours. And it all kicks off with one single haunting question.
This right here, this question from our main character, Katie, it's the absolute heart of the entire story. It's a feeling that comes from grief, sure, but also this deep, deep longing for a part of herself that she feels was stolen. And this one dilemma, it's going to drive every single choice she makes from here on out.
So, to really get what's driving Katie, you gotta understand what she's lost. It's been 2 years since her dad died, and she is just adrift. He was her anchor, her connection to her past, and without him, her Taiwanese heritage feels like a ghost. Just this blurry, fading photograph.
This really just lays it all out, doesn't it? It perfectly captures how fractured she feels inside. You got Andrea, her adoptive mom, who's been this constant, loving presence her whole life. And then there's Yafang, her biological mother, just a whisper from a past in Taiwan. Katie is stuck right in the middle of these two worlds, looking more like the mother she lost than the one who actually raised her. And as if all that internal stuff wasn't enough, her whole world gets physically uprooted too. Money gets tight, and the family has to move. And this isn't just about changing houses. It's about losing the very last physical space that connected her to her dad, leaving her feeling more unanchored than ever before.
And this is the moment, the promise that just changes everything. Her dad's dying words. But it's this impossible direction, right? How on earth are you supposed to become your true self when you have no idea who that person is? For Katie, this promise turns her grief into an urgent mission.
So this mission, this promise to her dad, it leads her to make a pretty desperate deal. The thinking goes, if she can't find her true self in the life she has now, maybe she can find it by getting back a piece of her past. And for her, that piece is her very first language, the one she lost, Mandarin.
One of the things her dad left behind is his copy of this book, and it is a big deal. You can see it's all marked up. For him, these weren't just ideas for romance. They were a blueprint for how love works, period. For Katie, this book becomes this lifeline to her father, and surprisingly, a kind of roadmap for her own journey.
It's a heavy question, isn't it? What would you be willing to trade? For Katie, the answer is, well, it's complicated. She spots an opportunity, a way to get what she wants most, her first language, her mother's language, even if it means she has to bend the truth a little, or a lot.
So here's the deal she cooks up. She makes a trade with her coworker Toby. He's fluent in Mandarin, and he's hopelessly crushing on someone. So Katie pretends to be this dating guru to get the Mandarin lesson she's so desperate for. It's a simple lie, or so she thinks, but oh man, does it get complicated fast. And this memory, wow. This tells you everything you need to know about why getting Mandarin back is so hard for her. It's not just that she forgot it. It's buried under actual trauma. This awful memory of being shamed on a playground for not speaking English taught her a really harsh lesson as a kid. Her own language was something to be ashamed of. It's tied to pain.
You know, her deal to learn Mandarin, it starts to wake something else up inside her. It's not just about reclaiming a culture anymore. Suddenly, it's about finding her actual family. Her focus shifts completely to her biological mother, Yafang. The search is on.
And once she starts looking, things happen fast. A cousin gives her a tip, which leads her to a genealogy office. There, she has this chance meeting with another adoptee who points her toward a family history website. Every step gets her closer to an answer she is absolutely not ready for.
I mean, can you just feel your heart stop in this moment? She types in the few scraps of information she has, hits search, and then this. One single result. For the first time, her mother isn't just a ghost or a memory. She's real. She's data. A tangible link right there on the screen.
And then, the absolute gut punch.
The mother she was so desperate to find, the whole reason she was learning a new language, she's been gone for over a year. The door she was just about to open just gets slammed shut in her face.
So right as she's reeling from this absolutely devastating news, her other life, the one she built on that lie, starts to completely fall apart. Her deal with Toby and the real feelings that have been growing, it's all about to collide with reality and push Katie right into a total crisis. It just takes one little comment from Toby's friend, and suddenly Katie has to face a truth she's been trying to ignore. This thing with Toby isn't just a deal anymore. Her feelings are real. And it plants this dangerous little seed of hope that maybe, just maybe, he feels the same way.
But of course, the truth has a way of coming out. When Toby finds out the real reason she wanted those lessons, this is his pained reaction. It's the absolute lowest point. It's Katie's worst fear coming true, that she really was just being selfish and used him.
So after this huge fight, Toby's gone. But he leaves this behind. A note, written in Hanzi, the language she still can't really read. It's a confession she can't understand, leaving her, and us really, just hanging in this awful, unresolved state of wanting to know.
But, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to figure out which way is up. And out of this crisis, Katie starts to find some clarity. She starts to move away from all the loss and the lies and toward a much more honest understanding of herself, her family, and what it really means to find your way home.
And what's so incredible is what the author herself says. She calls the book a work of art dedicated to people like me, saying it came from her own life experiences. This just reframes the whole story. It's not just fiction, it's a real journey of healing, about creating a new self from all the broken pieces of the past.
And then, just when you think all hope is lost, this happens. An email pops up out of the blue. It's from a woman who saw Katie's post on that genealogy site. It turns out her mother, Yafong, had brothers. Katie lost her mother, yes, but in that one moment, she found her aunt. A whole new door to her family just swings wide open. And as she's finally connecting with her family, she also gets clarity in her heart. Someone finally translates Toby's note, and his true feelings are revealed. You put that right next to her own dawning realization, and their whole emotional story just clicks into place. The lies are gone, only the truth is left. Okay, and if you thought that was it, get ready for this. In a stunning final reveal from the author's note, we find out that while she was writing this book, she found her own biological mother in real life. It's a moment that just completely blurs the line between fiction and reality. It's unbelievable. It just shows the power of writing your own story into being.
Which really just leaves us with this one last thought. First Love Language is so much more than a novel. It's an invitation. It's asking us to think about the pieces of our own pasts, the languages we might have lost along the way, and the incredibly powerful, difficult, but necessary act of writing an ending that is truly and completely our own.